Hi and welcome to this course about React.js, the most popular JavaScript library you can learn these days. My name is Aditya and I'll be your instructor for this course. In this course, you are going to learn all about React step by step in great detail, and you don't need any prior knowledge of React.js. All you need to have is some basic knowledge of JavaScript and HTML. So let's not waste any time and start with the most important question: what is React? As its official tagline states, React.js is an open source JavaScript library that is used for building fast and interactive user interfaces specifically for single page applications. The next question that you guys must be thinking of is why we should learn React.js. React was developed at Facebook in 2011 and currently is one of the most popular JavaScript library for building user interfaces. The reason why you should learn React.js is because of its massive popularity. As you can see on Google Trends, React is dominating the space of libraries and frameworks for building user interfaces. The second reason being great job opportunities. If you want to expand your job opportunities as a front-end developer, you should have React on your resume. As you can see from the trends, the average hourly rates of a React.js developer across US is around $60. So if you want a job that offers good pay scale, then React is definitely a good option. The third reason is because of its simplicity. React.js is easy to understand. A section-based approach, a well-defined lifecycle, and the use of clear JavaScript makes React much easier to read, build a professional web or mobile application, and support it. The fourth and one of the main reasons according to me why you should learn React is because of its impressive performance. React.js is designed to provide high performance in mind. It provides a virtual DOM program and server-side rendering, making complex applications work much faster. React has a very strong community support, which is one of the main reasons to adopt React.js in your project. It has massive active community and its GitHub repository is over 164k stars. It is currently one of the top 5 repositories on GitHub. In this video, we will be discussing the main features of React, its elements, and also I'll talk about some disadvantages of React. Further, I'll be telling you guys about what you should do after watching this video in order to improve your skills and knowledge about React. Now let's talk about some React elements. The first and a very useful element of React is component, which is essentially a piece of the user interface. We build a bunch of independent, isolated and reusable components and then use these components to build complex UIs. Every React application has at least one component, which is referred as the root component. It represents the entire application and contains all other child components. The second feature being React's ability to maintain state of its components. State is the heart of every React component. It is nothing but a plain JavaScript object used by React to represent an information about the component's current situation. It allows you to create components that are dynamic and interactive. We will learn more about this state in coming videos. The third element of React is props. Props stands for properties. Props can be used for passing data from one component to another. You can think of it as arguments to a function. When you create a component in React and you want to render it, you can pass the props that you want to use in it. Now let's discuss some features of React which makes it so much simple and performant. The first feature is ability to write the code in JSX, which is nothing but extension of JavaScript syntax. JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It's an XML or HTML-like syntax utilized by React.js. This syntax is processed into JavaScript calls of React framework. It is not essential to use JSX, however it's far advocated to use in React.js. The second and a very salient feature of React is the one-way data binding. One-way data binding means that the data flows in a single direction so that whenever the data changes in a component, it also updates the view with the new data. React.js is designed in such a manner that it follows unidirectional data flow. The benefits of one-way data binding is that you have better control all through the application. Third feature, which is also a very important reason for React's high performance, is virtual DOM. React.js does not update the real DOM directly, but it updates the virtual DOM. This causes a great performance benefit for React.js. You can think of virtual DOM object as a representation of the original DOM object. Each time any modifications occur in the web application, the complete UI is re-rendered in the virtual DOM representation. Then it checks the difference between the preceding DOM illustration and new DOM. As soon as it has completed, the real DOM will update only the things which have certainly changed. This makes the application quicker and there is no wastage of memory. Undoubtedly, React is a great library and has many stunning features. However, it has its own pros and cons. The first one being the JSX syntax. Although the JSX syntax extension makes things simpler for a lot of developers, at the same time, there's some other group of developers that find JSX to be downside of React. Some developers and architects find the JSX code to be too complicated and hard to grasp. The other reason which I also find as a crucial issue is its poor documentation. React technologies are updating and accelerating so fast that there is no time to make proper documentation. Because of rapid improvement, instructional documentation and resource may be sparse in covering the latest updates and changes. Till now, I have talked a lot about React, its incredible features, high performance, and its simplicity. We also discussed its elements like state, props, and components. We have also seen some of its disadvantages. Now your task is to go through the React docs and play around in the live JSX editor. Also, if you haven't installed any text editor, then do install one. I'll be using VS Code, but you can install any one that you like. In the next lesson, we'll be setting up our development environment and creating a first React application. That's all for this video. Bye bye. Take care.